Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to aim train in Valorant. This is going to be a guide directed to those of you who are curious, how do I aim train in the practice range? Do I have to aim train in aim lab or in Kovacs? The answer is absolutely you do not have to. You're missing out only on a few things if you're using the practice range. So without further ado, let's go get started. You're going to want to click practice here for this first routine. And you see this line here in the very middle. You're going to want to start either on the left or on the right. Doesn't really matter. But after each shot or kill, you're going to flick to the other side and go for another headshot. You also notice that I'm kind of moving whenever I do this. This is a good habit because this is basically just called counter strafing. Whenever you shoot, you can even go like 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Basically, this will just throw off enemies' aim whenever they're fighting you in an actual game. Of course, we're fighting bots, so you're like, why am I dodging? But it's just to build a good muscle memory. Another thing you want to focus on when you're doing this routine specifically for flicking is make sure you're focusing on balancing your speed and accuracy. So don't focus so much on going so fast because, that's not going to get you very far. But also try not to go too slow. Try to speed up a little bit if you're going slow. And yeah, this is for flicking, but I'm going to go to the next one. It's a pretty simple one. I like doing that one if I want to practice my flicking. Next, we have, this is good for spray transferring. This is also good for flicking. So each one of these actually will take 2 bullets before it dies. So for example, this is what you might want to do. Kind of like go between these two. Some of them die in 1 shot because I already was shooting them earlier. But as you can see, they take 2 shots. This is good because these are actually moving as well. You can go between all these guys. But what I like to use these for mainly is for spray transferring. So spray transferring is something that you want to do whenever you are mainly using like a Phantom or an Ares. There are also other guns you might want to spray transfer with, but I'll show you what it looks like here. It's obviously going to be much harder on the small bots. You can even do like a triple spray transfer. Try to do it in as few bullets as possible. That's really what you want to be practicing, because if the fewer bullets you can take to kill someone in a spray transfer, it's going to look much cleaner. It's quite hard on these guys. You shouldn't be spraying at that range in a game, but if you can kill bots that are that far away, it's going to make killing people that are closer even easier. So this is good to familiarize yourself with the spray patterns of the different guns as well. So I'm going to use the Ares here now. Ares, honestly, it's a little bit easier than the Phantom at this range. So yeah, this is the second one. I'm going to go ahead and go to the third and final. So basically what you want to do is click F3 whenever you're right in front of this little area here. And you're going to click Eliminate 50. Some of you guys might have seen me do this before, but whenever you click Start, what you want to do, so earlier I was talking about counter strafing whenever you're shooting. So this is good because, again, it's going to throw off the enemy's aim, and it's going to make you harder to hit and even to predict if you're going like 2 in 1 direction, for example, like this. But what we want to do now is try to shoot from different angles. So if we're only standing in this one area, we're not actually playing like we would be in a real game. So we want to come out to the right or to the left side, or even up to like some high ground here, up on this box or something. And this is going to make your experience shooting bots more realistic compared to like how you're going to be in an actual game. So what's going to happen here is some bots are going to spawn behind me eventually, and I'm going to have to turn because in a game, enemies are more likely to actually come from behind you some of the time than to just always be right in front of you, right? And that's what this is really meant to emphasize. So far, of course, none have spawned behind me, but you see I have to turn to the side a little bit just to get some. There I have to do like a 180. Don't mind my horrible aim, but pretty much so yeah, then you're just turning. I haven't done this in a little bit, so it's a little bit hard. But pretty much what we're doing is we're looking at this final time, and whenever we get a score, we're basically just trying to improve it each time. So for example, say my score is 46. I'm gonna click Start again. Now I might go to a different area. Just so for example, now we're mimicking being in like heaven somewhere or on some kind of high ground. Because whenever you shoot people at a different elevations, it's not the same. So you have to understand that, and you have to sort of build muscle memory for that. And you see, I'm still kind of strafing. I might do it again from over on this side, or up on one of these, or all the way up there. You know, there's no wrong place to go. Just kind of keep that in mind. Also, this is good for listening to sound cues, because you know, you're gonna hear whenever they spawn in. If they spawn in behind you, you can think of that as someone using an ability behind you or something, or you know, making some small step, something like that. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Again, if you guys would like more, I can come up with some more aim routines. Another little bonus you can do, actually, before I go, is you could track bots like this and try to keep your crosshair on their head the entire time. And you want to do this also at different distances. You're going to notice that tracking someone's head closer is much harder than tracking someone's head at a longer distance, longer range. So try moving like toward them, because again, you're going to be pushing at a site. People are going to be at varying distances from you all the time. This is going to help you have better crosshair placement for whenever you're either pushing or whenever someone's pushing you even. So you can even like turn on the walking bots here. These guys move ridiculously fast though, so it might be a little bit harder to track. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of these, you know, leave them in the comments. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe and peace.